In this topic, we're actually going to be using two box and whisker plots, and we're going to compare the two based on the graph. So here we have two athletes that are training for a cycling race. Each athlete recorded the distance in miles of their previous 80 training rides. The box and whisker plot shows the box and whisker plots below summarize the distances recorded for each athlete. Use the box and whisker plots to answer the questions. So athlete A went anywhere from about 7 miles to 30 miles. Athlete B went from 11 to 19 miles. So the question, which athlete had a smaller range of distances, that's the one that's a smaller box, and that would be athlete B. Which athlete had a greater median distance? So median is that middle line that goes through the box, and the one that's bigger is athlete B. Which athlete went on the shortest training ride? That's the one that is closest to the left endpoint, and that's athlete A. And which athlete had distances with a larger interquartile range? The interquartile range is just how big the box is. Athlete A is bigger. It goes from 10 miles to, looks like 24, and athletes B is smaller. So we're going to do some examples and answer some of these questions. Okay, so it looks like we're still doing a cycling race, and they trained, went 80 miles and blah, blah, 80 rides. Okay, which athlete went on more rides longer than 21 miles? So if you go to 21 miles, this is saying that when you have the median, like this one here, let's see, let me use my pen. So here's the median. That means half of them, wait, longer than 21? Oh, wait, 21's right here. Okay, sorry. That means that actually 3/4 of the rides, because each one of these is 1/4. So 3/4 were above 21. And here we have 1, 2, 3/4. So they're both the same. Do they let us pick? Oh, I'm drawing all over. Let me erase all these little marks. Okay, so do they have one that's both? They both went on the same number, greater than 21. Okay, so then the next one says, which athlete had distances with a larger interquartile range? The interquartile range is how big the box is. So interquartile range is how big the box is. So if you want to have the larger interquartile range, we want to look for the larger box, which is athlete B. Which athlete went on the shortest training ride? So shortest ride is the one that's closer to the left end point. And you can just guess the longest would be the closest to the right endpoint. So the shortest was athlete A. Which athlete had a greater median distance? Median is the line through the box, and so that's athlete A. It's bigger than athlete B. So it doesn't really matter what it's talking about, but it's noon temperatures for 2 cities. So which city had noon temperatures with a larger interquartile range? So we can see from our notes, interquartile range is how big the box is. So the one that's larger is city B. Which city had a larger median noon temperature? Maybe we should write down what median is. So the median is the, I guess, the line through the middle, through the box. Okay, so the one that has the greater median is city A. Wait, it did say larger. Okay. Which city had a smaller range of noon temperatures? Now, range, we didn't write down, but that's the total range from the highest to the lowest. The shortest or the smaller range is city A. It's just the whole entire graph is smaller than the other one. Which city had the highest noon temperature? So we said the shortest or least Noon temperature would be closest to the left endpoint. That means the highest then is closest to the right endpoint, and that would be city B. Should we do? Yeah, I'm just going to do one more just for practice. Which class had the highest test score? That would be class B. Which class had test scores with a larger interquartile range? It looks like the boxes are really close. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of math to see if they're the same. So this one is 68. This one is like 76, 68, and 60. So this is 8, and that one's 8. So they're the same. So this is one, they have the same interquartile range. A score above 70 is considered passing. Okay, so above 70 is considered passing. Which class had more passing scores? So 70, so class B had less than 1/4. So each part of these is 1/4. So less than 1/4. And class A had actually more than 1/2 because the median is half. So class A had more passing scores. Which class had a higher median? So the median's the line through the box. So which one has a higher one? And that's class A. And that's all we had to do. So that's going to be the end of our lesson.